Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Mama June Shannon shares big family secret with fans. Mama June Shannon has taken to social media to share a big family secret with her followers. The From Not to Hot star has lived a lot of her life in the spotlight, sharing glimpses of her family over the years on TLC. However, the secret she recently shared to Instagram is one she hasn't revealed ever before. Continue reading to see what it was. June walks followers through her deviled egg salad recipe. June Shannon posted a video to Instagram on Tuesday revealing a family secret recipe. In the clip, she lets her followers know what the secret ingredient is in her deviled egg salad. She wrote in the caption, "I'm giving y'all the secret family recipe to what goes in my deviled eggs lol, I promise you it will work, and it hit the spot today and gave me tons of protein." Mama June walks her followers through how she makes her deviled egg salad step by step. First, she takes the yolk out of the hard-boiled eggs and places it in a separate bowl. You dice up the egg whites. Then she adds a squirt or two of mayonnaise to the yolks to combine everything together. She acknowledged that she doesn't typically eat or like mayo, but she will eat it in some stuff, including her deviled egg salad. After mixing in the mayo, she adds some sweet relish. Then, she revealed her secret ingredient, which is 2 pinches of powdered sugar. "This is a family recipe from my mother," June shared. "It makes it taste good, I promise. You can thank me later." After mixing the mayonnaise, egg yolks, relish, and powdered sugar together, she said that she was going to cut up the egg whites and come right back. Taking a bite of the egg salad, Mama June looks pleased. She then asked her followers to let her know if they try the recipe or what the secret to their egg salad is. Fans chime in on Mama June's secret ingredient. At the end of the video, she provides the estimated protein content of the egg salad, which is apparently 25.4 grams of protein for 4 boiled eggs. Her followers rushed to the comments to let her know their thoughts about her recipe. "Took you long enough to say that it was powdered sugar," one person wrote. Another person commented, "Who died and made her Betty Crocker?" A third chimed in, "Someone has to teach her how to do a video," referring to the angle and manner in which Mama June typically films her clips for social media. A couple of people in the comments suggested improvements to the recipe, stating that Greek yogurt in place of the mayo would increase the protein in the dish and be healthier. Mama June Shannon, known for her larger-than-life personality and tumultuous journey through reality television, had always kept her fans on their toes. From the days of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo to the more recent episodes of Mama June, From Not to Hot, her life had been an open book, or so it seemed. But behind the glitz, the drama, and the constant media attention, there was a secret that Mama June had guarded fiercely, a secret that she was finally ready to share with the world. It was a sweltering summer evening when Mama June decided the time had come. The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm, golden hue over the small Georgia town she called home. The air was thick with the scent of blooming magnolias, a fragrance that always reminded her of her childhood, of simpler times before the fame, before the chaos. Sitting on the porch of her modest home, Mama June glanced over at her daughters, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson, Lauren Pumpkin Ifford, and Jessica Chubbs Shannon, who were busy chatting and laughing together. The sight brought a smile to her face, but it also stirred something deep within her, a longing for the past, for the family that had once been whole. "Mama, what are you thinking about?" Alana asked, noticing the faraway look in her mother's eyes. June turned her gaze to her youngest daughter, the one who had been the catalyst for their rise to fame. Alana's face, though older now, still held the same mischievous spark that had endeared her to millions. "I'm just thinking about how far we've come," June replied, her voice thick with emotion, "and how much you all mean to me." Pumpkin, always the practical one, raised an eyebrow. "You sure that's all, Mama? You look like you've got something on your mind." June sighed, knowing her daughters were too perceptive for their own good. She had never been one to hide her emotions well, and tonight was no exception. The secret she had carried for so long weighed heavily on her heart, and the time had come to unburden herself. "There's something I need to tell you all," she began, her voice trembling slightly, "something I've been keeping to myself for a long time." The girls exchanged worried glances, sensing the gravity of the moment. They had been through so much together. Addiction, rehab, family feuds, but this felt different. This felt like the beginning of something they couldn't quite grasp. "Mama, whatever it is you can tell us," Pumpkin said gently. "We're here for you, no matter what." June took a deep breath, steadying herself. She had rehearsed this moment in her mind 1,000 times, but now that it was here, the words felt stuck in her throat. How could she explain something that had haunted her for years? How could she tell them the truth about their family? "It's about your daddy," June finally said, her voice barely above a whisper. The mere mention of the word daddy made the air around them feel heavy, as if the past had come rushing back all at once. The girls froze. Though they had always known that their father, Mike Sugar Bear Thompson, was a complex figure in their lives, they had never suspected there was more to the story. He had been distant, erratic, and ultimately absent, but June had always shielded them from the darkest parts of the truth. "Your daddy, he wasn't the man I thought he was," June continued, her eyes filling with tears. "And there's a lot I didn't tell y'all because I was trying to protect you. But it's time you knew everything." Alana, her eyes wide with confusion, asked, "What do you mean, Mama? What didn't you tell us?" June wiped her tears, her hands trembling. "I found out something about your daddy years ago, something that changed everything. I didn't know how to deal with it, so I buried it deep down. But it's been eating at me ever since." The tension was palpable, the girls leaning in closer, hanging on their mother's every word. The world around them seemed to fade away as they prepared themselves for whatever truth was about to be revealed. June took another deep breath, her heart pounding in her chest. "I found out that your daddy had another family, another child." The silence that followed was deafening. The girls stared at their mother in shock, their minds racing to make sense of what they had just heard. Another family, another child. The words echoed in their heads, impossible to comprehend. "Mama, what are you talking about?" Pumpkin finally managed to say, her voice shaky. "It's true," June said, her voice breaking. "Before y'all were born, your daddy was with another woman, and they had a son. I didn't find out until after I had Alana. He kept it hidden from me, from all of us, and when I did find out, I didn't know what to do. I was angry, hurt, betrayed, but I thought if I just ignored it, it would go away. But it never did." The revelation hit the girls like a tidal wave, each of them processing the news in their own way. Alana, always the emotional one, burst into tears, while Pumpkin sat in stunned silence, her mind racing with questions. Jessica, ever the protective sister, wrapped her arms around Alana, trying to comfort her even as she struggled to understand. "Mama, why didn't you tell us sooner?" Jessica asked, her voice tinged with pain. June looked at her daughters, her heart breaking for them. "I thought I was protecting y'all. I didn't want you to feel the hurt and the confusion that I felt. But now I see that keeping it from you only made it worse." The girls sat in silence, each lost in their own thoughts. The revelation had shaken them to their core, leaving them to grapple with the implications of this new reality. They had always known their family was far from perfect, but this was something they had never anticipated. "Mama, do you know where he is? Our brother?" Alana asked through her tears, her voice trembling with a mix of curiosity and fear. June shook her head. "I don't know, baby. I haven't kept in touch with your daddy, and I don't know where he or the boy are now. But if you want to find him, I'll help you." Pumpkin, always the level-headed one, spoke up. "Mama, we need time to process this. It's a lot to take in." June nodded, understanding the weight of what she had just shared. "I know, and I'm sorry I didn't tell y'all sooner. I didn't know how." The sun had set by the time their conversation ended, leaving the porch bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The girls sat together, their minds swirling with thoughts and emotions. The secret that Mama June had kept for so long was now out in the open, leaving them to face a future that suddenly felt uncertain. But as the night grew darker, there was also a sense of relief. The truth, no matter how painful, had finally been spoken, and though their family had been forever changed by the revelation, they knew they would face whatever came next together, just as they always had. For Mama June, the secret she had carried for so long was no longer a burden. It was a new chapter in their story, one that they would write together, with all the messiness, love, and resilience that had always defined their family.